For today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I contour and highlight my face. I already did my foundation. So I don't cream contour and highlight because I do have oily skin. So I stay away from anything cream because it will just make my face really oily and greasy. So I just stick to everything powder. But the only thing that I do use that's cream to highlight is the concealer. And today I'm going to be using my AOA Studio Wonder Cover HD Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Ivory. I think the best way to really highlight your face is to use a concealer that is a couple shades lighter than you, and this is pretty light. So I'm going to use that to highlight under my eyes, my forehead, my cupid's bow, and my chin. These are my eyes. Like that. Do the same thing to the other one. And then down my nose. That's a little crooked. My chin, my cupid's bow, and then my forehead. And doing this will make those areas look brighter, and it'll just make your face look really highlighted. So to blend that out, I'm going to be using my wrong brush. My BH brush number 128, this brush right here. And I'm just going to blend that out with my brush. You really want to blend that really good. And I usually like to bring it down as far as I can. And then I like to bring it around the nose too, like this. So as you can see, it's really pretty bright right there. Just like that. And I bring it all the way out here. Now I'm going to do my chin. My cupid's bow area. And then my nose. And then my forehead. You guys can already tell it already looks brighter on those areas. And that's how you want it to look. Now, what you want to do, you want to set under your eye really good. And I usually set with a translucent powder. But today I'm using this, the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. This one right here. And I'm going to be using this yellow shade right here to set my under eye. Just because a translucent powder is good to set your under eyes, but you really want them to really be bright. You want to use like a yellowish tone, kind of like a banana powder. And I don't have banana powder. This is the closest thing I have to it, so I'm going to be using this one. And you want to make sure you set your under eye really good. Just going to pat that in there. I really feel like this yellow tone powder really does brighten up your under eye because of the shade of the color. So you want to put this where you put the concealer to highlight. And then I'm just going to use my air sponge to set the rest of my face. I normally just set my whole face with translucent powder, but when I really want my makeup to look really good, then I do highlight and contour really good, and I use the yellow one to set the areas that I highlighted. But if I'm just like normal makeup day, then that's when I just use the translucent powder to set my whole face. Okay, so now that we set our face, since I don't cream contour, I'm going to be using powder contour to contour my face. And I'm going to be contouring my cheeks, my nose, my forehead, and my chin, and all this down here. So usually I use two to contour. This one is my Beige Cosmetics Satin Bronzer. It's my favorite bronzer. And this one is lighter than the one in the Mega Glow Contouring Palette. You guys can see the difference. This one is lighter than this one. This one's a little bit darker. And when I just want to light contour and kind of like just bronze my face, I use the bronzer. And when I really want to contour my face, I use the darker shade, this one right here. And today I'm going to be using the darker shade. And to contour my face, I always use my e.l.f. Professional Bronzing Brush. This one right here, which has a slanted edge right here, which is easier for me to contour. So I'm going to dip my brush in there. And I go like this. And all this right here, it sinks in when you go like, when you do the fishy face. And that's where you're supposed to contour. So after I did the fishy face and I did the line, I just kind of just buff it out like this. And then if I feel like it's a lot, I need more, then I go ahead and I grab more and I tap it off again. And then, so it's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to end over here where your hairline ends. So like this. If you guys can tell already, this side looks a little bit thinner than this side. You guys can tell the difference. So you want to just blend it out so you see no more harsh lines. And then now we're going to clean it up.
And then you'll be looking all snatched.
And then on the forehead, you do the same thing. But you don't do it too far down. You just do it like, I just do it as much as my brush. I don't go anywhere down, just like where my brush fits. And then I bring it down like this on the hairline like this. Do the same thing to the other side. Bring it down.
And then I do the bottom part right here too. The jawline. I think that's what it's called. And then I bring it down so it can blend down to my neck.
And then do the other side as well. And then bring it down. And then I like to do under my chin right here as well. Like this. And then I bring it down too. So now I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose. But before I contour my nose, I'm going to clean this up and let the powder set. So to clean the contour up, I always use my makeup sponge. This one is a slanted one right here, which makes it really easier for me to clean it up. I dip it into the translucent powder, and then I just tap it like that. Like that. And then I'm going to let it sit for a little bit before I sweep it away.
To contour my nose, I was using another brush, which I forgot which one it was.
Because to contour my nose, I use this Moda brush from the Prismatic collection. This one is brush number 804. It has a little tip right there, really tiny, and this really helps to contour. So what I like to do, I don't like using a really darker shade to contour my nose. I always use my beige bronzer because it is lighter and it won't look as harsh. So I dip the brush in there, just a little bit like that, and then I tap it. You want to tap a lot of it off. And then I go ahead and from here, I bring it down like this, all the way over here. And then I dip it in again, do the same thing, and I do the same thing to the other side. From up here, and I bring it down like this. You guys can see the two lines already. And then what I like to do, I go up and forth like this, And I go applying some as much I think it needs it. I also put some down here like this. Then I top it off again, and then I just go up and down until it is blended out. And then right here too. And then the other side. Up and down. And then to really blend that out, so it won't look as harsh, I get my brush. I get another brush. This is brush 126. And I dip into the cap of the translucent powder a little bit. That has a little bit of powder. And I just go ahead and go over it just so it can blend out even more. And it won't look so harsh. I do the same thing to the other side. I just go up and down like that. And you can barely see the lines. For me, it's just another step to help it blend it out even more. Now with the same brush, I'm going to clean down here. You see how clean that looks, and then do the other side as well. There we go. And sometimes if I think that I brought it too much over here and I don't want it that far, I get translucent powder again, and I just go like this, and I let it bake as well, and then I just dust it off. Like right now, I feel like I did my forehead contour too dark, so I'm gonna get some translucent powder and just sweep over it to lighten it up a little bit.
And now y'all snatched, you know? Looking all skinny when you really aren't, but you know, who cares? I don't.
So now the fun part, adding highlighter. Today for highlight, I'm going to be using my sample of the Urban Decay After Glow 8-Hour Powder Highlighter in the shade Sin. I got this in my Ipsy bag, my first one. And I'm going to be taking my BH brush number 101, which is this fluffy one right here. And I'm going to dip it. And you want to put this highlight on top points of your face where the light or where the light or the sun will normally bounce off. So I put it up here. And then lately I've liked to bring it up here. I just think that it gives it more of a prettier look. I want to blend it out like that, and then do the same thing to the other side on the high points of the face. I feel like I have more highlight on the other side like that. I love this highlighter. Some people like to put the highlight all the way down their nose, but I personally don't like how that looks on me. So I just go ahead and I put some on the tip like this. I just sweep the brush like this. Sometimes I don't even dip the brush back. I just use what's left on the brush on the tip of my nose. And then I dip it in again and I do my cupid's bow. This is a good trick also to make your lips look bigger, putting some highlight on your cupid's bow. And there you go. That's how I highlight and contour my face. So now I'm going to finish the rest of my face and then I'll be back. So I finished my eyes and I put my lipstick and everything. Now I'm going to highlight what's the remainder parts of the face that I normally highlight. So first I'm going to use the same highlighter and I'm going to highlight my inner corners and my brow bone. And when you highlight these areas with a highlighter, really brings the whole look together and it really makes everything pop and look really pretty. So you want to make those inner corners really pop. And then I just like to go over it like this to make it a little bit more pretty. Hope you guys enjoyed this video on how I highlight and contour my face, and I hope it was helpful. I'm not the best person at contouring. I'm still learning some tricks, but I do hope this was helpful to some of you. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time.
Look at my eye makeup though. These eyelashes are everything. Dramatic as fuck.
I will list down below all the products I mentioned in the video today. And for lipstick today, I'm wearing the LA Girl Matte Flat Velvet Lipstick in the shade Spicy. Bye, guys.